You know where your birth mother or birth dad are or anything?
My birth father doesn't want anything to do with me because he has his own wife and his own kids, and he had an affair with my birth mom.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know. My birth mom's either on drugs or dead, so I have no idea.
Jackie, we've sat down before and talked and recorded and stuff, but catch everybody up. How do you end up getting to Heartlight? What was going on that in life that would get you here?
Well, pretty much, I was skipping school a lot, and I never, did drugs or anything like that.
Yeah.
I never really got caught up in that. But I made some really bad choices of friends, and it got me into some trouble, and that just kind of led me down a really bad path, and that's pretty much how I got here. And depression, too, and family problems. It just all combined. So.
Okay, so what kind of trouble did you get in?
I just didn't really listen to what my, parents told me, anything at all. I just was like, no, I'm not doing it.
When did that start? What age were you?
Probably 8th grade. Yeah. So I'm supposed to be a junior right now, but I'm a freshman, so it's been happening for 3 years now.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow. So you skipped classes, wouldn't go to school. What would you do when you weren't in class?
Go home.
And
sit on the couch and watch TV or be on my phone.
Be on your phone doing what?
On Instagram or stuff like that.
Really?
Nothing.
Just kind of wasting time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so when your parents said we got to do something different, I mean, were you depressed at the time? Were you?
Yeah, I was.
Did you know it?
I mean, I knew it because I was on an antidepressant, but I don't think I really knew what that meant. To be depressed, I didn't really understand that concept till I got here, why it was happening.
Wow. So you go through that, and they send you here. What was the feeling when you first got here?
I was really mad at my parents, and I was just sad. I was sad I didn't have any friends back home. I was sad because I hadn't made any friends here. I was just really sad, honestly.
Yeah. And why don't you think you made any friends?
Because I was rude to everyone. I just pushed everyone away, and that was my fault, and I know that now, but I just didn't know that at the time.
So why were you rude to everybody?
I was rude to people because I didn't want them to hurt me, so I hurt them first.
Why do you want them to hurt you?
Guess I just didn't want my feelings to get hurt.
Right, so you just kind of abandon everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, why is that a surprise for me? I look at you, and you're one of the funniest people on this campus among 60 kids, and you're kind of the life of the party. Everybody loves being around you, but you're fearful of being around people?
Yeah, I think I have a fear of abandonment and being rejected. That's one of my biggest fears, and it's probably not the most prominent thing on the surface,
wow.
But definitely is kind of how that is.
Yeah, but where did that come from?
I feel like it stemmed from my adoption. I don't know. The feeling of abandonment definitely came from there.
So is that how you attach it now? To think that I was going through that, so I didn't want to be rejected again?
Yeah, and just as a young kid, people didn't like me. And when I was in 3rd grade, I wasn't even doing anything wrong. They just didn't like me. They made fun of me all the time.
About?
It could be my hair, my teeth, how I looked, literally anything. Yeah, my adoption.
So did you kind of put that all back on while I was being rejected? I got rejected early in life, and so now I'm just rejected from everything. You think you just read everything as rejection?
Yeah, I do.
So that's where you shut down.
Yeah.
Wow. So how do you look at the adoption thing now?
I mean, I feel like it's such a big blessing in my life. I know I could have really ended up in, such a bad place if I wasn't adopted. With a really trashy family on, living in the bad part of town. But now I, live in a really nice house with a really good family and my 2 dogs. So it's really good.
What? Your 2 dogs? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know where your birth mother or birth dad are or anything?
My birth father doesn't want anything to do with me because he has his own wife and his own kids. And he had an affair with my birth mom, so...
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know. My birth mom's either on drugs or dead, so I have no idea.
So it doesn't matter a whole lot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Well, it seems like you've kind of handled a lot of this adoption stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think you have? I mean, it sounds like it. I mean, you're a different person than the last time you and I talked.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
And when I say that, what do you see that's different?
I mean, I feel like now I just I'm more positive, I'm more understanding of the things going on around me, I'm less insensitive. I mean, I still, like, have the humor part of me, and, like, I'm still super funny, and I now love being around people, and I'm way more confident. Like, I don't know. I guess my adoption just kind of made me realize that people do make fun of me, but when I came here, I just learned how to, like, grow into myself and figure myself out.
So you're pretty comfortable in your skin?
Yeah, it just took me a very long time.
Wow. Do you think counseling helps that?
Yeah, I feel like my counselor here did a lot more for me than my counselor back home. Probably because I feel like I just connected better with her. I think that helped me a lot.
So when you look at all the stuff that you do at Heartlight, because we do counseling and I mean, we do a little bit of everything. When you look at all the things that we do, all the fun, did all the fun things fit into everything here?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I first got here, I didn't want to be a part of any of it. I was like, no, I don't want to have fun. I just want to be sad. But, like, it did so much for me, like, connecting with the people here also, like, helped me grow into myself.
Wow. Okay, so your view of relationships, how has that changed?
I feel like now I know it's important. Like, I need people in my life. Before I was like, no, I don't need people. Like, that's not necessary. But that's, like, the furthest thing from being true. I do need people, and I think everyone else does too, honestly.
Well, I think people need people like you in their life.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're so fun. I mean, there's just a part of it that you're laughing, everything. I can't think of one thing to make fun of you about other than to have fun with you because you're so funny. I mean, that's the... And I think of of just that resource that you are and can be in the lives of other people. You are a gift to other people in relationships. I watch you and people enjoy being around you.
Yeah.
I mean, so when you were holding back, you were keeping them from getting something really good in life, and it was you.
Yeah.
You see that?
I agree, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you got here, if you had to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I was a horrible mess, 10 I can walk on water, you know, where would you rate yourself when you first got here?
I mean, I feel like I wasn't too far down the rabbit hole, so maybe like a 3. It was pretty bad, but I never ended up like on the streets selling drugs or like doing anything like that.
Okay, so where would you rate yourself now?
8.
Okay, so that's 5 points. I think you're underrating yourself, but
I don't know, maybe.
No, but I go. So that's 5 different points that you've changed throughout your time here.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you see as the biggest change that's happened in your life?
I think, like I said, like getting comfortable in my own skin is one of them. And I think just appreciating life. Like, I never really had a connection with God. Like before I came here, my family kind of pushed it on me. But when I got here and I started to like connect to him, it was really good, and I think that kind of moves me along. I mean, it's still a struggle, honestly. Yeah. Every day I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to pray, I don't want to read my Bible, but I know, like, I need the connection with him, and it's good. Okay, so what would your parents say that they've seen as the biggest change in your life? Probably, they stress a lot about me not being the same person I was, like, when I was a kid, and I get that, but I think the most change they would see is, like, that I'm happy now. Like, I actually truly do seem happier. That's cool. Well, I think you do, too. I think you do, too, and you're a blessing to people around you, and so don't ever forget that. I really think you're about a 9. I think you're about a 9. And some people say you can walk on water, but I mean, I think you're up there around a 9, not an 8. So thank you so much for coming in and talking and chatting. I know people are going, man, I love hearing that story of hope. I wish that could happen with my kid. Thanks. Yeah. You bet.